the floor is yours.
Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the first time this game has been ran at a marathon, Pursuit Force, PSP exclusive. I'm TG, I'll be the one running it for the marathon, and helping me co-com, because this game is rather difficult and I will need to focus at certain points, is Viper, who doesn't know where the exit is and is stuck in the booth with us after his Driver 2 run, so he'll be helping us out. How you doing, Viper? Congrats on the run again, dude.
I'm good.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Pursuit Force, PSP exclusive. It's an action driving game where we're going to be jumping from car to car, doing all the cool action stuff, you know, video games. So the career mode is going to be 30 missions, back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and we're going to beat them as quickly as possible. We got a long run ahead of us, and I was an idiot and caused a whole bunch of technical issues, so I want to get this going right away. So, I did offer an incentive to name the file we're going to be using, and this file will show up on all the high scores if I get a top 5 score time in any one of these missions, so whatever the name is will be preserved forever on my PSP here. So, what one, if there even is a donation?
We haven't had any, I don't think. No, sorry, I take that back. We've had one. We've had one. It's called Ding. Literally, D-I-N-G. Nothing else. Ding.
I assume. I suspect I know the person who might have done a donation to make this file name a reality here. And shout out to my amazing friends over at the Kirby Speedrunning Circles for naming this. We'll put this in file 3, I guess. Alright, I'm going to set up some settings here. The music's awesome. Everything else isn't. Turn those annoying speech bubbles off. Also, autosaving goes off. We don't want that. That wastes time. And I am ready to go whenever. So, if I could get a countdown, that'd be awesome.
Okay. I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so, like I said, Pursuit Force is an action driving game. We're going to be rooming around in cars, jumping from car to car, shooting at the bad guys. And the first couple levels are kind of boring. They're supposed to get you ready for the harder levels and sort of get you introduced to all the various mechanics. So yeah. So this first level, all you have to do is jump on 6 different tanker trucks in order to win the level. So there's actually a cool trick at the end of this level if I can go as fast as possible here, so not waste any amount of time. So to jump to another vehicle, you just hit circle when you're nearby it, and you need to fulfill 2 conditions to jump on a vehicle, which we'll have to remember for later because there's some cool shenanigans going on with it. You need to be going the same speed as the vehicle, and you need to be facing relatively the same direction, and we can get up to some interesting shenanigans with that later. So now that I've taken over a vehicle, I have what I named like premium weapons. So right now I have like this super assault rifle looking thing. They're much better than your starting pistol, but you only have 1 magazine of it at a time, so that's sort of a reward for taking over a vehicle rather than shooting at it. So I want to leave this vehicle alive a little bit, so I'm only going to shoot at it with a specific amount of bullets, so I have enough to quickly clear out this upcoming car here. So whenever you take over a vehicle, the vehicle's not moving at its maximum speed. So any way you can find to get it back up to its maximum speed as fast as possible saves a bunch of time. And if I race fast enough to this man here, I might miss it. But as you see here, I was kind of late on that, but as you can see here, as we're going out of this, oh, I got it! Out of this storm canal thing, I'm in the air. And for some reason, whenever you're in the air in a vehicle, your wheels spin at their maximum speed and you accelerate quite quickly. So as you see here, I'm able to catch up to these front 2 tankers way faster than you normally should be able to. And finishing the mission is just as easy as jumping to this last person here. This was pretty good. Love to see it. And there you go, that's the first level. So that's the core gameplay of Pursuit Force. And top score! There's Ding! All capital letters. That's your money. Nice. You paid for that. Thank you for donating.
Also, speaking of donations, have we got time for a quick donation reading?
This upcoming level, Rat Race, is really boring, so this might be a perfect opportunity to read donations.
Okay, it's only a quick one, but it's from, I think, if I'm pronouncing this right, I do apologise if I'm butchering it. It's from Say Beros, and they have donated $15 with no comment. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Alright, so this level is, as I said, fairly boring. It's, so Toxic Convoy is to teach you how to jump from car to car, shooting the bad guys, and this level is supposed to introduce you to the idea of staying in one car and trying to stay alive while shooting at the bad guys without having to jump to them. So you're given this invincible bulletproof tail car that you sort of have to outrun for the next 14 kilometers, if you see up there in the top left. So now's the perfect time to talk about just the really generic how to save time throughout the run here. So whenever you turn for more than just a tiny amount, such as, you know, around a turn, if you do like a power slide or something, you will lose speed. So if you look at what I'm doing throughout all these straightaways, I'm like quickly tapping the D-pad. That was a cool bus. I'm quickly tapping the D-pad to go around corners rather than holding down a direction, and that actually makes sure that you don't go below your top speed too much. So, that's called tap turning. Another thing is, in order to save speed, you basically never want to press the brake button. There's a power sliding mechanic in this game where you can, like, get the back out and do, like, cool video game moves, but hitting the wall is faster. Like, for some weird reason, the physics in this game make it so that if you run into a wall, you can just perfectly bounce off of it, no speed lost, and you just zoom in. So, you're gonna see that turned out to, turned up to a comically... into comical proportions later in the run. You're not going to see it a lot in this level, because we're just on a straightforward, boring highway, so... yeah. There's, like, a couple of levels like this, but around, like, a third of the way through this run, not only does the excitement pick up, but the difficulty does too. This game is excruciatingly hard, because, just the amount of help... yeah, game developers. So, not only in just, like, the bare difficulty of the game, but also the crazy speed strats as well are just, like, really dangerous, and you can just easily die sometimes. So, yeah, hopefully I won't die, because we're already running late. So, perfect
also,
time as any to get a world record.
I was going to say, just a quick mention, so the $15 that came in from Cerberus, I do apologise if I did butcher that name, by the way, they did actually bring with them a bid for the name the save file. Unfortunately, it was a bit too late, unfortunately, but they came in with my dude.
My dude.
So, unfortunately, we still got ding though, so it's not too bad. But,
missed it by that much.
Apologies that it missed the cut, but again, thank you very much, Cerberus, for $15. Again, apologies if I butchered the name. Yeah,
so the difficulty in this game ramps up immensely around the third way through. Like, this game lulls you in with its false sense of security, where it's like, yeah, this is a cool driving game, I'm going around shooting the bad guys, and then you get to, like, Billy Wilde, and then you get to, like, Dawn, and then you're just like, wow, this game is stupid. Alright, we got a cool trick coming up here. We can do a dialogue skip if we shoot at this right person in time. I kind of did not set it up really well there, but if you kill that right henchman I just did at the end there, you can have your passenger here, Leone, talk about how, I don't know, cool he is, I guess.
Leone. Funnily enough, speaking of Leone, I think one of the things that we can both agree on this one is that Leone, because this game came out in 2000, was it 2005 this came out?
In Europe, yeah, in 2006.
Yeah. And one out of all of the characters that myself, that TG, and the other guys in the Pursuit Force community remember is Leone. Leone, more or less. I mean, there is a fair few characters in this game that we're going to be going through. Yeah. As TG said, we've got Billy Wilde, there's a general, there's a guy called, simply named Hardballs. That's all you like. He is in here.
Alright, so,
and we have other things.
I do kind of want to cut you off here, because we are back to the speed run. So, this level, Cold Contract, is sort of the first level where you can pretty much approach it however you want. Do you want to blow up the boats? Do you want to jump from boat to boat? And this is sort of the level that really shows off how interesting of a speed run this game can be, because choosing whether to destroy or jump on a boat will save you a lot of time if you make that correct decision. So, as you see there, I just raced past this first boat who's now behind me and I'm shooting at. A big theme in this game is AI manipulation, so we're going to be doing a lot of being angry, because I should have killed that guy a long time ago, but we're going to be doing a lot of what I dub like stringing along or abusing waistband AI stuff. Because the AI wants to be around you all at once. It will cheat and go much faster than the vehicles should allow. So we just race past that first boat. That first boat's going to catch up to us, and as we're already dealing with the next boat up ahead, we can just simply shoot at it and it be fine. So sort of a combination between the two, sort of jumping and destroying, you're going to see on these generic, you know, just eliminate X amount of enemy levels. Ding, once again, top of the leaderboard.
Oh, whenever I hear you say ding, I keep thinking dong. Because people have kept saying, like, ding dong.
We'll get to dong at about the hour mark or so, just before the hour mark. Alright, so, line of fire. So this is the first boss of the game, or mid-boss, I should say. And the first part of this mission, you're supposed to inconspicuously tail this, the Deadeye here. However, I'm terrible at that, so I'm just gonna ram him a bunch and hope he doesn't spot me. I'm going to ram him a bunch because in the bottom right corner of the game there's a meter, and that's called the justice meter. And if I get that thing filled all the way, I'm going to be dealing more damage with my shots. So once we eventually swap over to the actual boat fight on the other half of this level, I'm going to be dealing more damage. And this is the only way you can get meter before that fight, is by inconspicuously tailing this man so he doesn't spot us, and we get... Oh, dang it. Brute force combos there. So as you see there, I'm getting something called brute force. That's simply just getting meter for ramming an enemy. If you ram an enemy multiple times in a row and get a combo, the result is exponential. So that a brute force times 2 is double, and then you get triple, and it just like whoop. So if you get, if you do attack setups here, so that you're getting like, not like that. Are you gonna hit him? Come on. One hit. Okay, cool. So if you can get like a brute force times 4 or even a times 5 if you're really nutty, you can get so much meter and basically not have to worry about this. I am doing terribly, but thankfully I don't have a lot of meter yet. This is the last turn before we have to save the mare. I keep hitting people! Stop! I got a lot of people watching. Okay, we got full meter, so now we're doing more damage with our attacks here. So this is just the first stage. So Deadeye here is going to race ahead. I can't damage him any more than that half health. So, now the rest of this level, before we get to the actual dockyard and begin the fight proper, is just avoiding Deadeye's attacks here by swerving wildly left and right, and just avoiding any traffic. This whole place is a minefield, and is actually one of the most stressful parts of the run, because I don't want to lose, meter here. Because it's all or nothing with meter. If you don't have any meter, you are not dealing that bonus damage. I hate this intersection. Okay, we're good. Ah, there's cars everywhere! Okay, we're good. Okay, I think. Yes, okay, we're pretty much clear for the most part.
The meter, by any chance?
Yeah, so, as I said before, if the meter is full, you are dealing more damage with your attacks. And not only that, you might have seen it a couple times already, but when the meter is full, you can do what's called a justice leap. And the game's going to slow down, slow motion, and it's going to allow you to shoot at people in the vehicles before you actually land on it, which normally you can't do. However, this slow motion effect is a double-edged sword. While it's awesome that you can shoot at people while you're in the air going to the car, everything's in slow motion. So if you're doing an escort quest, or you're waiting for a boss to change into a form that you can actually do damage to, you're wasting time. So it's really thinking about if you really want to afford to do a justice jump, maybe you want to hit a civilian to lose meter so you can avoid having to do a slow-mo jump without giving up your entire meter. Also, you can press triangle at any time your meter is full, and you can drain your entire meter for health. You're going to see that later in the run when I have to do justice cancels, when we actually have to really care about how much damage the enemies are doing. This first bit of the this first bit of career mode is pretty much a pushover. This first boss is not very difficult. As you can see, with my meter, I'm able to beat him before we even round this corner, so good stuff. You're going to see justice canceling really come into its own when we get to the second convicts mission, Rapid Reaction, but we'll get there when we get there. Hey, Ding with another top score.
You gotta love that file name.
Yeah. Alright, coming up next is Witness Protection, and it's kind of funny that this run is going on right after Viper here did his Driver 2 thing, because still in this year, we can't make games with good optimizations, apparently. So we're actually going to play a lot of this mission just by looking in our rear view, because for some reason on PSP hardware, this game lags like nothing else. Like, it might go down to like 10 frames a second in some parts. However, looking behind you, smooth as butter. I don't know. I didn't make the game. Cool optimizations, I guess.
Just like Driver.
So I was saying earlier that that slow-mo effect from doing justice jumps is a double-edged sword, and that applies to this level. So we're escorting the boats here. So I actually want to avoid doing slow motion jumps because I want, as you know, the lowest amount of slowdowns the better, right? What is this nonsense? Okay. Oh yeah, that's a fun game to play at home. Whenever I say, what is this, or what is this nonsense, it's the AI doing something really stupid and that I haven't seen before. So if you're doing like a drinking game or something, not that I condone that, but, hey, man.
Just throwing that out.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to avoid gaining meter as much as possible, and I'm trying to avoid getting combos. So, like, if I were to kill both the driver and the passenger in quick succession here, I'm going to get a fatality times 2 combo, and I don't want that, so I'm just gonna, like, waste some time. I'm gonna do a little dance. Shake that booty. Kill the driver, and there we go. So I only have, like, a little bit over half a bar here. So there's 10 boats over the course of this level that try and, you know, bring you and your convoy down. I got a brute force there. That's not that great, but that's fine. Alright, please jump to him before the slow-mo starts. Oh, dang, okay. So I don't want to slow motion jump to this boat because I don't want to waste time, because that slow-mo jump... Oh, hey, I got a friendly fire. Awesome. That definitely was not planned. Okay, there we go. So that's another thing you need to worry about. If any one of these boats dies, this guy on the right is already down to like half health. If any one of them die, I fail the mission, I have to restart the whole thing over again. So let's not have that happen. Yeah. But yeah, sort of, now that I've taken care of the 4 boats, I can do the remaining 6 boats in 2 groups of 3s and not really care about meter. I'm just gonna throw it away. I don't need that. So if we have any donations, or if Viper wants to say anything to sort of fill time for the next 7 kilometers of this mission, do you have anything?
I mean, yeah, we've got a $20 donation from A12 Helton.
Hey, Helton, how you doing, buddy?
Own. So, thank you very much for the 20 bucks.
Thanks for the good luck.
And, yeah, I think other than that, let me just double check, see if we got any more. No, we haven't. Well, whilst we're still going in the 7 kilometer stage, or whilst we're going still, I just want to quickly mention that we do have a couple of bid wars that I believe are still ongoing, as it stands right now for future games. So if you guys want to keep your eyes open for some of these that are currently open, then feel free to donate to them for your runner of choice. So, for example, the Final Fantasy X any % run. To name
be a marathon.
I think it's name the Tidus, is it? Or
Tidus, I think.
Yeah, there's an 8 character limit, so if you guys want a bit similar to how TG with his name for the profile thing, if you guys want to rename those particular, I'm guessing creatures or enemies. I'm not really a Final Fantasy person myself, so
yeah.
If any of you guys want to donate to that and also want to pick a certain name for that, then feel free to do so. And yeah, I'll hand it back to TG.
Alright, so we're approaching the end of the level here, so we're going to do something I call the pull away. So the level does not end when the people you're escorting reach the end, it's when you reach the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take care of these 2 boats as soon as possible without... Okay, he went after the front boat, thank goodness. Trying to take care of these 2 boats, don't spin them out, don't do that. Trying to take out these 2 as quickly as possible so I can just peel away at the last minute here. Because if you run away from the What is this? Get off of me! What are you doing? No, don't steer into me. Okay, so that kind of ruined it a little bit, but if you had a clean break, we could just go to the end of the level here. AI manipulation, he says. Okay, here we go. So here's the first on-foot section of the run. So in on-foot sections, people sort of spawn in waves. So if you go to a specific part of the level, like here, we'll actually load the next group of enemies. And that's what we want to do, because in this level, everyone spawns like sort of hushed and crouched over boxes. And we want to sort of lure them out and get them impatient. So we're going to spawn them early, take care of the people from the last section, and then just unload at everybody here. It would have been quicker for me to arrest somebody for their weapon here, but I got a bit carried away, so now we're just doing it kind of slow. No one wants slow. No one wants slow in front of 1,000 people watching. But there you go. There's one of my least favorite missions in the game done.
Those witnesses can live to die another day. Well, aren't we proud of ourselves?
And we are now officially out of early game hell, and we can get to some like actual fun missions. Ooh. Ah. So this is hardware hijack. We're going to do a vehicle chase. We're going to do an on foot, and then we're going to go to boats. And, yeah. Not a whole lot to talk about here, except bike physics. We'll get to bike physics later in the run, because this isn't the most egregious example, but... ugh, bikes, man. You don't like bikes in this game. This is the fastest vehicle at our disposal right now, though, so what we're going to do is we're going to string along this first enemy that's going to spawn behind us. We're just going to shoot at him as we're trying to catch up to the remaining 2 cars ahead of us, the trucks, I should say. So yeah, you could jump onto this vehicle, but that vehicle doesn't have as fast an acceleration as this bike. And since the AIs have basically infinite speed when they're trying to rubber band to you, this is exactly how we want to tail them along. And it works out that one eliminator, so one destroying a car and then getting and clearing both of these vehicles up ahead, which we won't get yet, because we want to string them along a bit longer. But it perfectly works out that you will get full meter. So these 2 vehicles have 2 different guns. This truck on the right I'm taking over right now will give us a shotgun, and the truck on the left will give us a an assault rifle. Let me jump, please. So that is a very interesting thing about this game. You might be looking at this. You just saw what happened at the end of the pull away at witness protection. You might be thinking to yourself, wow, this game looks really bad in terms of RNG with what the AIs do. Funnily enough, there's like no RNG in this game, which might sound absolutely crazy coming in my mouth after what you just said there, but if you were to do the exact same actions every single time, the AI will behave in exactly the same way. And so that's why I was talking about earlier about manipulating the AI to get it to do what you want. So like the car spawns are always the same, the weapon spawns are always the same. If you do the same thing, you can sort of manipulate them to do what they want. So that's a large amount of saving time in this run. Alright, so we're going to run along. This assault rifle we picked up in the earlier section absolutely destroys people. We're going to arrest this man here for his assault rifle so we can continue mowing down as we move towards the boat at the end of the level here. Very good. Alright, so another thing to think about in terms of, should I destroy a boat? Should I capture it? What should I do? Is think about how much time you're wasting, because the AI does not do the perfect, like, racing line through turns that you can do to save time. So as you see here, we're cutting on the inside. This guy's going to get in front of us. We might as well jump on him because it's just one boat. It's just one person. I'm only going to 2-tap him there because whenever you do a Justice Leap, the more damage you do, the more meter is taken out. So as you see there, I just did just enough damage so I can get meter back as I take over the boat, since you get the fatality bonus and you get the capture bonus. So as you see, that boat is way the heck in the middle of the water. I don't want to drive all the way out there to capture him. I'm just going to let him string along, and I'm going to capture these 2, which are much more adhering to a proper racing line. Alright, so what I just did there with a Justice Cancel, I hit triangle to get my health back, and not only that, but it cut the slow motion effect short. And I wanted to cut it a bit short. I did not want to kill the pilot of the boat entirely, because if you kill a boat pilot in the slow motion jump, they have a tendency to just like right into a wall, and then you're really sad. And on the whole, I'm against being sad, so I'm going to press triangle right before I kill the pilot here, and I'm going to be straight and get after this lead vehicle here. And there we go. That's hardware hijack. That was actually not bad. Good stuff.
Good job. This will make those warmongers think twice.
Just say, one of the things about this game was how, I'm not going to say easy to pick up and play it is, but how like interesting it is as a run.
Yeah.
From start to finish. Since, I mean, originally, originally I didn't know that there was many runs of this game until I think John Hoff and mainly TG was running it.
Yeah, so
and it's come along quite a lot in the last 3 months?
Yeah, like 4 months. So we have a lot to talk about this actually. The beginning of this mission is just another escort mission, but we have to do a couple of leg reduction strats. But there's not a whole lot to talk about here. So I guess I can, if we don't have any donations, I can get into the history of how the speedruns come along.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so I started a run of this on April 1st of this year, thinking that it wasn't gonna be that great of a speed run. I just wanted an excuse to play it again on stream. Like I ran a timer, but I was like watching all the goofy cutscenes, and I wasn't really taking it seriously. So then the next day, April 2nd, I decided to do a much cleaner run of it, and then I just got hooked. And then I don't know what happened. I like blacked out. But 4 months from now, I have like a 157 in this game. Like, and we're doing like really interesting strats and going fast and like fast Davies, which we'll get to. That's coming up. Oh, the stupid trick. But, yeah. It's sort of interesting, because as I said before, it's very interesting to get into. Like, what do you destroy? What do you capture? Like, how do you manipulate the AI for better patterns? Then you can find stuff out just by accident, just by doing runs. Like, wow, you can 2-cycle Whiplash. What? That was a fun discovery. So, yeah.
I remember the first time you discovered that, your
mind
was literally blown.
I clipped the microphone so bad. Like, that was rip headphones users.mp4, man. Alright, so for lag reduction strats on this mission, I want to stay ahead of the convoy as much as possible. I'm sort of breaking, as you see in the top right there, you saw that for witness protection, but whenever you get too far ahead, the guy's like, hey, come back, you have 25 seconds, else we fail the level, and I'm just like, okay, mom. So we're trying to stay ahead, reduce the amount of lag in the game as much as possible, and sort of dipping back whenever our mom wants to join us back with the nuclear device here.
Yeah, the chief is not very happy whatsoever.
No. But that's another thing. So, you could jump onto that APC there. You can get yourself a shotgun. But the thing is, this truck, I don't know how, but this truck is like secretly one of the fastest vehicles in the game. Not as fast as your pursuit car or the bike, but it's pretty fast, and we'll need it for the pull-away here. So we only had like, what, 10 seconds for witness protection? But as you see here, I'm looking for 2.3 on the mini-map. I'm going. We have like 25 seconds to peel away and just see you, Mom. We're moving out of the house. Have fun with your empty nest. And we can just peel away to victory. So we're going to see our first proper wall bonk here. Watch this nonsense. Bonk! And that didn't lose me any speed.
Hitting a wall is actually quicker than driving normally.
Bonk. Bonk. Good stuff here. Alright, so we definitely want to have an assault rifle here. So as you see here, I stuck to the left side. If you do that, you can bait this guy to run up. You can grab his assault rifle, unload at everybody. I sort of want to keep as back as possible before moving up, because I want to get rid of all the enemies on this stage before going further up into the level and spawning the rest of the enemies. As you can see on the menu map there, it's just these 3 people loaded. I want to avoid doing that, because the moment you spawn this group of enemies, the 2 at the back love getting stuck on everything. It's the worst. I think we've already got a guy. No, you get out of the cage. Okay, so I call this the naughty corner. That means I didn't get to him in time, and we're in the naughty corner. That's not good. This is you a little bit of time.
First time I've ever heard you call it the naughty corner, but okay.
I guess I recently started calling it then. Alright, I'm talking a mile a minute because there's so much happening right now. So we're up against Lieutenant Davies right now, and this is one of those infamous tricks in the game. We're going to go for fast Davies here. So I'm going to pull up to Davies right now. I'm going to try and perfectly match his speed by just sort of tapping square and cross here. We're going to accelerate at the perfect time. Ooh! Ooh! We're trying to accelerate at the same... I lost target. That's not good. Oh, we might get it! We might get it! No, he's pulling away! Damn it. Okay, I don't think we got it. So if you accelerate at like the perfect time there... Oh my god, I got the fast backup though. If you accelerate at the perfect time, you will be able to perfectly ride up alongside Lieutenant Davies there. And he will not zoom ahead. Because normally he'll zoom ahead until you can take out the additional enemies that he spawns in. But, I don't know how this game works. Don't ask me. Like, I'm just a speedrunner. I just do what's fast. So there we go. Ding! Top of the scoreboard.
Once again, ding dong. You should do that every time it gets to the top of the leaderboard. Just ding dong. I forget, where's that even from? It's probably from some kid show.
It's like a clock. Like clocks go ding dong, right? Ding dong?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a confection area?
Although that's more like bing bong. I'm a pretty loud one too.
I've never heard a clock go bing bong in my life.
Oh, well, no, it is ding dong, but you know.
Okay, we just got a simple time trial section coming up here, not a whole lot to talk about. Except, I guess we're going to talk about the sounds that clocks make.
Well, I mean, we could probably mention a bit about some of the game anyway in general. So there's 5 gangs all together.
Yeah, so we're on the convicts right now. as you progress through the game, you sort of rank up from, like, you know, officer to sergeant to, like, lieutenant, I think. I don't know. I don't play this game.
Yeah,
and
it goes to captain and eventually, like, commander or something.
So, as you're progressing through these levels, more levels, you have, like, a block of levels you do at this, and you have to complete all those block of levels in any order, and then you go up to the next rank where more levels are created. So, I'm doing the missions in an order where I have to do as less menuing as possible, because the game's cursor will automatically select the furthest right mission in a game. So, I'm trying to make it so I can create as many instances where I can just mash the X button and start the next level.
So, once again, optimization.
Yes. Yeah, we're saving those tenths of seconds for the world record that only I'm competing for. Which, by the way, I have a love-hate relationship with the speedrun, but I honestly highly recommend you at least try out the Warlords run, so you don't have to speedrun the whole career mode like I'm doing, like an absolute madman with too much time on his hands during quarantine. You can just speedrun one gang's group of 6 missions to try and get the fastest time possible. And the Warlords run is such a good run for beginners, because you can just do what comes naturally and just have that as a time, but as you're ready and you get more comfortable with the game, you can sort of add more and more advanced strats, and they get pretty cool. You can add Dam Warp, you can add Fast Davies once we figure out how that works. Speed Bus, you can do the Toxic Convoy jump, and just like you can just slowly add all of these things that get you slowly better at the game, and then you can fully realize if you're like, yeah, this game's cool, I'm gonna try hating it.
Well, a few things to mention, like, about the game's versions and things as well.
Oh yeah,
this
so
is
I'm playing
kind
on
of
the...
important.
Yeah, okay, you want to take this? Because I'm just going to be jumping from car to car here and shooting at people.
You'd be Tarzan, jump from car. Instead of tree to tree, you can be car to car. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, it's the Pursuit Force version. So, basically, 3 versions of this game. There's the... I'll put it as basic as I can. So there's European version, North American, Japanese version. On the North American and Japanese version, they have checkpoints between sections. So, for example, between TG getting from the start to catching up with the 3 that he needs to defend, there's a checkpoint in place there. If you did this on the European version and you accidentally died in that section, say goodbye to any progress you make, you go back to start the mission.
0 checkpoints,
so,
it's awful.
Basically, if you're going to play it, play either the North American version or Japanese version, depending on whichever you prefer. There's no difference between either. They both have checkpoints in, but the European version has a few slight major differences, which makes it the harder version out of the lot.
Alright, so, each gang has basically 3 different kinds of cars. And as you see here, I'm in sort of the sports car. The car I'm shooting at to my right here is like a sedan, and I'm jumping to an SUV. So each gang has their own versions of these cars. And generally the sedan here that I'm shooting at has like 0 health, so it's usually better to shoot at them rather than jump to them. The 2-seater sports car kind of cars generally they're more tanky, and they only have 2 people, so it's generally worthwhile to jump to them and get their car. And the Smasher, you really sort of have to understand. Usually I jump to them most of the time, but basically for the convicts missions here, I'm going to be shooting at those sedans and jumping to everything else. Alright, there's been a recent optimization for this mission, so we're going to do this very similarly to how we did Cold Contract back at the start of the run. We're going to jump to this first boat here, and then we're going to string along the second boat, and then destroy it over the course of the level. And this level is where the difficulty really ramps up for casual play, because you really start understanding that the sawed-off shotguns that the enemies have in this level do a massive amount of damage. I took 1 shotgun shell to the stomach here, and I'm already down like a third of my health. So, if I'm not bad at the video game, which I am, I should be able to get through this without really worrying about my health bar, but that's always at the back of your mind that something can go wrong. I jumped to the wrong boat. I'm mad. Wait, I can jump to it. Okay! We salvaged it. The run's not dead. Alright.
It's one thing noting as well that for a 2-hour game or 2 and a bit hours, this game, the run itself goes by really quickly.
Oh, it's
like, it's ridiculous how fast it goes. Like, 1 minute he's at the start, then he's near enough at the end. You really don't know what you're going to get with this game. Honestly, great.
Alright, so I just canceled a bit too early there because I was trying to shave off as much time as possible. I hate going in slow motion. I hate losing time. But there you go. So the reason this saves time is that you can kill this boat around this corner, and for some reason, when you're jumping on an AI around this corner, they go really wide and really slow. So being able to get, being at the wheel there around that corner does save quite a bit of time, and you can finish the mission right around this corner, which is much quicker than the old method of doing this. There you go. I shaped it pretty quick there. So yeah, rapid reaction. Again, that's just a highlight of all these basic missions. Just all you have to do is just, like, kill the people. How could you do that any slower or faster? But just how you route it saves a lot of time. And you got some tricks in there with justice canceling to cut the amount of slow motion you do. Okay, Wildes boys. This is where the run really cranks up in difficulty a little bit. And also is one of the funniest tricks of the run. Watch this. So I was talking earlier that the pursuit car that you start out with, this little mishmash of various vehicles here. This is the fastest vehicle we have at our disposal on this map, and this is quite a long map, and we got a couple of convicts here to destroy before we get to the end. So what we're going, and this is also the first level where enemies start jumping to your car and start, like, shooting at you. So it's not just you with the power to jump to cars. So we got a guy here on us. Yes, I know this guy on me, but we're just gonna let him take our car. Like, he's just gonna hold on to it. I trust him. He looks like a trustworthy individual. So, he's just gonna be our pal. He's gonna be driving alongside of us, and he's gonna be tailing us for the rest of this mission here. We'll want that car back at some point, but he can keep the seat warm.
I was gonna say the one time that you actually want a guy that you've never met before actually driving your car.
I mean, I trust him. I mean, I'm a trusting dude. So again, all you need to worry about is the cars with the red arrows above them. You can pretty much forget about everything else.
Also, it's one worth mentioning that there's a fair few, you've already seen in like the last 35 minutes, there's been a fair few gameplay styles that this game has, and we've not even got to the last one yet. Yeah, so the last one.
We're about to, like, with the Billy Wilde fight. Yeah, so there's 3 pillars of gameplay. You got the vehicle and boat sections, you've got the, and I got there without getting meter. Heck yeah, that was very good. That was a very good Billy Wilde. So now we've taken back this pursuit car, and now we're going at full speed. And we can cut this beach. This was very good. So as I was saying, there's 3... I can't believe I just did that on stream. There's 3 pillars of gameplay. You've got the vehicle and boat sections, you've got the on-foot sections, and you have the chopper gunner sections. And I listed that in order of how much they suck. The chopper gunner sections are not super great. You have to do it on a D-pad because this PSP D-pad thing is not great. It's like a little nub if you've never used one of the older PSP models. So, and some of the missions aren't super bad, but when we get to Risky Business, which is like the 4th last level in the run, you're gonna not hear the end of it from me how much I hate chopper gunner sections. Alright, Billy Wilde is coming up here, the 3rd mid-boss we do in the run. Just skip this cutscene here. So yeah, we got these amazing controls here. So we're going to shoot at Billy Wilde, and he's going to jump from car to car, being a madman, and a fan-favorite character from what I gather. So you can shoot at Billy Wilde while he's at the trunk or boot of the vehicle here, but you can also damage him as he's jumping into the car there. And I actually didn't know that for the longest time, but you're missing out on major damage if you're not choosing to shoot at him as he's entering a vehicle. So as you see there, we've already almost done half his health bar, and he's only done 2 cars. Once you get a car down to a quarter health, he will jump to the next vehicle. This is actually amazing because we haven't had any SUVs show up yet. We hate SUVs. They have a lot of health, and Billy instantly basically takes control of them. So you miss out on a lot of that extra damage I was talking about. Oh my goodness, these controls are bad. Okay, that was quite good. Dang it, I really hope he jumps back. Okay. So this wasn't bad. We could have done this better if I wasn't atrocious, but there you go. There's Billy Wilde down.
Way to go, kid. There's only room for 1 minute.
And there we go. Ding! Skyrocket into the scoreboard here.
You know, son, you remind me of me.
Hey, Viper.
Yo.
Are you ready for the donation split?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Very much so. I think it might be worth... Well, since we don't have any donations, can I take a few minutes just to talk about a few things whilst
Let's hold on until we do the second part of this mission where it gets really boring. I can talk about this opening section. So we're trying to race to the airport here to pick someone up that the convicts have on their payroll, and we have to eliminate these 2 guards here and capture the sports car to sort of disguise ourselves as the pickup vehicle. So as I said before, the pursuit force car here is really fast, and the AI will just waistband to us since I guess they're using some illegal car mods. We should really arrest them for that, but we'll get to it. So yeah, we're going to be stringing this hybrid along, and then I'm going to do it as late as possible, as I think I can also, because we also have to take out those 2 other guards, so I don't want to do it too late. I want to give myself enough time. I'm actually going to do it here because I'm scared and we're at a marathon, and I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to fail on stream. I don't want to do that. Anyways. So yeah, now we just got to take care of these 2 vehicles before we get to the airport. And then, so after we get to the airport, I kid you not, we have like 23 kilometers of nothing. Nothing. No fun strats, no fun like, oh, you can do this thing to go faster and, you know, save time. No, we're just holding down the cross button. I'm actually probably going to fall asleep during it. I really hope Viper is aware and can wake me up because I'm sort of on stream.
You always just wake you up as soon as you get to this mission.
Oh, wait, no, wait, we got something exciting here. We got something exciting coming up. We can skip a cutscene! Okay, we did it. That's the only exciting thing. Alright, you want to take it away, Viper?
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, so just to remind everybody what they are seeing right now. So, this is the United Kingdom Speedrunners Gathering, just in case you lose track and you like the forge just sat in the passenger seat. You're watching the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering. Normally we are a 2-day speedrunning marathon held 4 times a year in Glasgow, Scotland. Unfortunately, due to the situation with COVID-19 and all that stuff across the world, we're bringing you 3 days of exciting speedruns from the comfort of our own homes to yours. We'd also like to thank ESA and BSG for both supporting this marathon with their tech, as well as their sponsors and also the gear that they have shared with us over the last 2 years that they've been together, but during this marathon as well. Also, just to keep things on the social side as well, that we do have a Twitter account at UKSG Marathon, and also if you use the hashtag UKSG Summer 2020, you may be featured on stream, so be sure to tweet to us. Quick few mentions as well go out to our charity who we are raising money for, which is Crisis, who support people out of homelessness for good. They achieve this through education, training and support with housing, employment and health. 100% of your donations will be supporting Crisis. They offer one-to-one support, advice and courses for homeless people in 12 areas across England, Scotland and Wales. And they also work with others to plan an end to homelessness once and for all. Thank you very much again to all of you guys for tuning in currently. And yeah, if you guys have got any information that you'd like to share with us, then feel free to use the hashtag UKSG Summer 2020. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Viper. So yeah, we still got like 12.5 kilometers to go.
I mean, there is the gang, isn't there? There's the gangs. I mean, we briefly spoke about the convicts.
Yeah.
There is the warlords. We've already met them. They're basically reckless mercenaries.
Like Western terrorists.
Yeah, that's an easy way of putting them. We've got the... I nearly called them the Corleone family. Thank God
Capellis.
The Capelli family, yes. They're not far off. They're basically like a Godfather-inspired gang. You've got the convicts. I mean, that's fairly obvious as to what they are and what they do. The Vixens, which... I think the easiest way... How would you put the Vixens, TG?
I would say they're sort of like the evil doppelgangers of the Charlie's Angels. Like, they're sort of like your femme fatale bank robbers, got all the high-tech instruments.
Yeah. Their weapons are pretty powerful, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, the ceramic? You're about to see next level how much I love the Vixens and all their missions. If you can bear with us, if you can decide not to stare, if you can decide to keep bear with us as we're going through one of the most boring levels in the game. I guess we're shooting at people. That's kind of entertaining. Like, people are jumping to us and saying hi. Like, that's kind of...
Yeah, just like, hey, how's the run going? Thanks. Bang.
Yeah.
So there also is a fifth gang, which there's no secret in this gang. The last gang in the game, more or less, that you take on is the Killer 66. And the Killer 66, to put it bluntly,
yeah, they're like the
like a
Yakuza
triad gang, is it?
Yeah, they're mostly Yakuza, but with like a tiny, like, you got like 2 pinches of triad in there. But basically, they're driving like riced out vehicles and stuff.
I was gonna say, it's funny mentioning like a triad gang because I believe last night Froob was running Yakuza, so that coincides quite well with that.
Yeah. What a cool game. I love Yakuza.
Yet to try them myself properly. I've got Yakuza 0, but I have yet to try it.
Is it Yakuza or Yakuza? Every single time I say it, I get corrected. Every time.
I always pronounce it as Yakuza or Yakuza. I don't know, actually. You've got me thinking about
I need to find the pronunciation that just gets everybody weirded out and offended, so I can just sort of like hide behind that. Anyways, we're almost done here. Stay with us, please. We have an amazing level coming up next. The first level of the Vixens. Daylight Archaeology.
Told the Forger's like you said, the Forger, because of how
it's the closest to Desert Bus this game gets.
It's as easy and as basic of a level as you get, but towards the end, during this run, there are some special key missions. Obviously, as TG's been saying as we've been going along, there's obviously certain strats and speed strats and stuff like that. RNG, as he said, isn't one of those things. There is actually time, we'll get to it eventually, but there is time in one of the missions where you literally could go to the bathroom and come back.
Oh, no, I have something planned for that. Stay tuned. You're gonna love it. Okay, so Daylight Archaeology is coming up, and the Vixens are my favorite gang to do an RTA speedrun of, although it's hands down the most difficult, because every single mission, there's no chopper gunner sections, there's no on foot sections, it's just you, the basic gameplay pursuit force, and just going as fast as possible. No escort missions, none of that bananas bollocks boringness. Alright, we're gonna get a speed boost off this hill. Whee! Alright, so, we basically have to just take control of all the vehicles in this first part. Oh, that ceramic does so much damage. I love it. Make do with motorcycle physics for now. Please don't spin me out, Mr. Officer. Okay. So yeah, we have a very cool... remember how I said earlier, explaining how jumping to other cars worked? And it's like you need to be going at the same speed, the same angle. Well, we're about to do something really funny. I dub it the super jump. But we're actually going to have to jump from road to boat at the end of this mission, and you're about to see how crazy the jump hitbox is for that, or like the radius that allows you that allows the game for you to jump to them is if you abuse it in a certain way. So because the boats are going to spawn around this upcoming corner, they are basically going at like 0 speed, and they're going to instantly accelerate. And oh, nice car. And what we're going to do is we're going to slam on the brakes on this upcoming turn and hopefully get a jump so we can jump on them as they spawn, and we'll go flying. It's awesome. And that's around this corner coming up. I use one of these trees as a visual cue of when to brake. Now, whee! Okay, there we go. And we're on the boat. Okay, once again, we want to justice cancel because we don't want to kill the boat driver, because there's nothing worse than this. I said wall bonking in vehicles is fast and doesn't preserve your speed. You rub a wall in a boat and you are going so slow, and this game is really punishing if you happen to go slow, because then the people in front of you are getting away, and you know, it just wastes so much time because you got to accelerate back up and catch up to them, and it's the most infuriating way to lose time. This game, I get real gamer angry playing this game sometimes. Like, to the point where I feel bad for streaming because people have to watch me be, like, gamer angry. Like, like might have a problem. Okay. But yeah, so we're just doing justice cancels here to keep alive because these Vixen weapons do a ton of damage to us, and without being able to recover our health, we'd be surely dead. But what is this? I don't like this at all. Oh my god, this is exactly what I was talking about. So, yeah, now that front boat has just, like, driven away, and now we need to waste all that time catching up to them. Oh, God, you hate to see it. So just, like, whenever you're doing this in a run, you're just, like, counting in your head, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I just lost like 11 seconds. I'm so gamer angry right now. So this game can be a little bit infuriating if something like that doesn't go your way, but when it does...
If you're going for a good time, it is very stressful.
Oh yeah, so I've ground this game down.
I'm sure.
The current world record for this game is a 157, and that's still not as optimized as it can be, because I'm still bad at the game. But it's... Oh my goodness, if you make like one mistake, you lose like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds... So yeah, we might see that happen on this mission if the second ad doesn't play ball. Here's another boat mission, just like Rapid Reaction, just like Cold Contract. We're gonna pull to the right there, because for some reason, whenever, depending on the angle you jump to one of these... Oh, get off of me! This is exactly what I didn't want to have happen. Depending on what angle you jump to this first boat at, your pursuit boat can actually come around and spin you out. So that's fun. That was a fun discovery. Some choice expletives were said that day. So that spin out did cost us a bit of time here. Oh my goodness, I hit an invisible wall. Ah. But yeah, once again...
as well,
sorry.
There's the number in the top left corner on the map,
yes,
as to what it does.
So that's our mini-map there. That's telling us how far away from the end of the level we are. We have to complete our objective before reaching that marker here. So we have 7.5 kilometers to capture all the boats. This test of metal here isn't going very well, so we might not do what's called beating the chopper. At a certain point in this level, a chopper spawns, and if you let it spawn all the way and it's... What? Okay, I don't know what that was. If you let it spawn all the way, you'll trigger a line of dialogue, and the game will not fully fade out when you beat the level until everyone is done saying whatever they want to say. So actually, we'd probably be done the level here if I wasn't bad at this game. So as you see here, we got the chief and the other vixen here telling us about the boat. I jumped to the wrong boat, didn't I? Very cool. Okay, we're going to lose a lot of time here. Okay, so I'm going to worry about catching up to the boat farther ahead, and we can just slow down to the other one. Alright, this is kind of trash. You hate to see it. But thankfully, no. It's like, in a marathon, I'd rather do this than die. So, give and take, I guess. That was not good.
Like you said, it can go one way or the other. It's not always a fun way of it going.
Yeah.
As in, doesn't always go your way, but it is one of those things. I should mention as well, this game does have a sequel. So it's probably an easy way of mentioning it. Is that this game does have a sequel, and
full disclosure, you run it and have the world records in it.
I mean, well, yeah, but the other thing I was going to mention was that in this game, there's no difficulty setting, so the difficulty gets harder and harder and harder as you go through the game. Whereas in the sequel, there is a difficulty thing that you can set straight away. The game still gets tougher as you go along, but it doesn't get nearly as tough, in my opinion, as this one.
Like, this game gets ridiculous for, like, people just playing it for the first time. Like, I know a lot of people who tried playing this game, and they just straight up quit when they got to the hardballs boss fight.
It is fairly difficult as a game casually. I said before that Driver 2 was like the Dark Souls of driving games.
I cringed so hard when you said that. I'm so sorry.
I mean, it isn't. It is tough, but I'd still rank this game harder than that one. I mean, yeah, okay. The frame rate on Driver 2 is nothing special because, as I said on that run,
no, that's just
that's
just a skill ceiling. That just adds a skill ceiling.
This one is more a case of more difficult. Like, TG makes it look so easy.
I don't feel like I'm making it look easy, but I guess, yeah.
But you're playing it fast. You're playing it faster than I did. So,
I'm pretty sure we're still on sub 2 pace, which a couple months ago, sub 2 was actually thought unheard of. Like, my first major goal for this game was like a 207, and then I got a 205. I went bananas over that, and then I started doing like the specific gang RTAs, and I'm just like, wow, here's more strats. Oh, sub 2 is possible. I guess I'm grinding for that. Oh, sub 2 was actually really easy. I guess I'm going for a 158. Oh, we're going for 155s now. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, lots of cool developments in this game. In fact, I still think this game has a bright speedrunning future ahead of it because, now I promised I'd do this. You can actually get out of bounds and drive around out of bounds in this game. However, we have yet to find a setup and a way to do it that it actually saves time over just doing the level normally. Now, as a UKSG Marathon treat from me to you, if I'm able to not be bad at the video game on the big game, which is a level coming up way later in the run, oh, good stuff, I'm going to show off one of the methods we were talking about to see if it saves time. Unfortunately, that out-of-bounds method does lose 5 seconds over just driving normally, but I won't cry about 5 seconds. Also, if I don't kill this man, I'm dead, so I better get to it. Please do a dead. I would like you to go up in flames and not coming back. Thank you! Alright, we got another on... Sorry.
I do like the Capelli sports car.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of like... What is that? Like the Ferrari...
What?
Whatever.
I was going to say either Ferrari or Lamborghini, but it's more Ferrari, I'd say.
Yeah, it's definitely more Ferrari, because, like, it's exactly the same car I used to choose every time I played, Outrun 2 at, like, the arcades.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's mainly the only game that I know that has Ferraris in it as its main car. Unless it's called something Ferrari, I don't know.
Alright,
yeah,
I had to arrest that man. This on foot is not going well, by the way. Alright, that was kind of a business. Let's just trash can it.
This place is a gold mine of evidence. Capelli's history.
Okay. So now we are going up to the first main gang boss of the run, Don Capelli.
We proud of ourselves.
I hate this man. So, Don Capelli is a mess. So, there are three what is wrong with my ring finger? There are 3 strategies you can use in order to defeat Don. One's a beginner strategy that wastes a bunch of time, but is safe. No RNG. It's fine. One is sort of the intermediate... Nice pause. One is the intermediate strat, which is sort of a mixture between the best strat, which I dubbed Hexadon after the runner Hexa, and the beginner strat, which I'm going to be doing for you today because I really don't want to die on Dawn because that's a big time waste. There's no checkpoints on this mission. Alright, so first off, I'm going to bump this man from behind. Just bumping him like that will cause him to get uncontrollably angry at us, and he's going to follow us for longer so we can get more bullets on him and shoot him down. We're going to cut this corner, hoping that there's not a piece of traffic there. Awesome. Alright, we don't care about these guys yet. We'll get back to them in a moment. We want to start the Dawn fight itself, though. So, the Dawn has 3 cycles. He starts with these door goons, and then he pops out, shoots at you, and then there's a minigun in the trunk. So we're going to basically take care of his one door goon, leave the other one slightly alive so we don't start the cycle where we can actually damage him. We're going to take care of all of these additional, like, goons here. If I can target them. Hopefully we don't die in this process, but I think we should be fine. Yes, I know my car is on fire. Thank you. Actually, I might die here. I'm going to jump. I'm scared. Hold me. Alright, so this is so far not going to plan. I'm actually quite damaged. Oh my goodness. Alright, there should be one more car here. Yes, gimme. Alright, hopefully this man doesn't kill me. Thank you. Okay, so now we have a fully loaded equalizer, a car with paper armor, filled to the brim of HP, and we are unloading on Dawn. And I'm going to try my best to get myself a 2-cycle here. We're going to take this turn wide to spawn this sports car. That hurt. Please don't do that. Alright, now I'm going to... Hello? I would like to jump to your car, please. 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 Hello? Allow me to jump to your car, maybe. Okay, thank you. This mission is so stressful and, like, so awful because so much can go wrong and you sort of are at the mercy of how the AI shift around and stuff. Normally I said that you can do a lot to make sure that the AI don't sort of do anything you don't want them to, but this mission is so hard to do that on. I might not 2-cycle this. Yeah, no, that's not a 2-cycle. That's unfortunate. So the reason that wasn't a 2-cycle is because I wanted to take care of the door guards before jumping to this sports car for the revolver so I can get more shots on Dawn, since I had to waste 4 revolver bullets on Dawn's door guards here. So yeah, not only do we get a 3rd cycle, we also have to wait for Dawn here to stop talking. That was not good. That was a very below average Dawn fight for speedrunning. But this is still way farther ahead than a typical player would beat Dawn, so... there we go. Alright, we have a bit of a reprieve here for me coming up here. So we have an unskippable cutscene, and we get to see Dawn go to jail, I guess.
Yep. With that, we actually have a ton... I can't even speak today. God, I was too busy watching me run then. A $10 donation from Amesso with no comments, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Perfect time to have some water. Alright, so starting at dawn is the section of the run I call the Valley of Death. And a very blunt name for a series of levels back-to-back that will just kill you and ruin your run, and just you'll just be sad. And as I said before, I don't like being sad. Why am I playing this game if I don't want to be sad? Hold up. Anyways, we have a little bit of a reprieve before the Valley of Death really kicks in, though. We have this 90s movies reference to play through first. We're going to try and get a trick called Speed Bus. If I can do it, it should need no explanation. I don't know what that was. That was not Speed Bus. Okay, so, the best case scenario is that you could just full-on the side of the bus, get a jump prompt, and perfectly jump to the front of the bus and just tap up to get in. I did not get the jump prompt because I did not ricochet the correct way because I'm bad at the game, but you can get some ridiculous jumps on this bus and save time. Since the farther back on the roof of the bus you jump onto, the longer you have to sort of waddle to the front of the bus, and it's so slow. So jumping as far forward on the bus as possible, it will save a little bit of time. But until then, we basically need to keep the speed of this bus over a certain limit, else we die. Dying is sort of not what we want to do, so I'm going to keep the pedal down, and I'm going to get help from my friend here. Just like that. So, you have this off-roader here to help you get all the civilians that are trapped on the bus off, and he's going to do 4 loads of 4 people. And so once I get these next 2 people off, he's going to go back, and then he's going to go rocketing forward. And if we can sort of block him, we can have this man push us from behind and make us do incredible speeds. And if we get good boosts on all 4 times, we can save a bunch of time on this level. Alright, he's coming up behind. Can we get a good boost here? Ooh, whoa, that was a really good boost. You love to see it. So another thing is, whenever you boost, it's really slippery. It's very easy for him to just, like, off you, and then you lose the boost. But another thing is that boosting too much also is constantly dealing damage. Look, I'm already down to, like, that way. I'm already down to, like, less than half health because that boost was really good. So, yeah, that's the ways to save time. So you got Speed Bus and you got the transport boosts here. So I'm going to be doing that for 2 more times. And other than that, there's not really a whole lot to talk about else on this level. We've got Damn Warp coming up, so that's another awesome trick that I love to death. Definitely don't hate that trick at all. I love Damn Warp. So I don't know if we have anything else to say. You have a bit of time here, Viper, if you want to say something.
We'll just quickly mention a little bit about the charity of choice, who it is that we're supporting, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so just to let everyone know, again, mentioned before that we are raising money to support Crisis. They are a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. And they achieve this through education, training and support with housing, employment and health. 100% of your donations, sorry, 100% of your donations will be supporting Crisis. And just to give a bit of background history as to what they do. So they help homeless people find and keep a rented home. They do that by working with landlords to ensure a supply of places to live, giving homeless people the tools and knowledge they need to rent successfully. Their Housing Resource Centre provides information and training for housing professionals. The Help to Rent database lists private sector renting schemes across the UK. And just to let everybody know.
Perfect. That was like perfectly timed too, because we just did this mission. Alright, Damn Warp's coming up. I hate this. So we're about to see elbows on the table gameplay. I need to go into hyper-focus mode so I don't be bad at chopper gunning here. So I'm going to go on the tank a little bit. So if you want to explain how Dam Warp works, Viper, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I don't see why not. First time I explain how it works, but I can do that and give it a try. Long story short, there's 9 boats, and you want to make sure that you take down 7 of the boats. This is crucial. There is it 5 groups? 5 groups of 2 or something like that?
Yeah.
4 or 5 groups. Anyway, so there's, I think, 5 groups altogether of 2 boats each, and ideally if you take down 7, and then I think it's before like 650 or something in the distance, if you take them down, what happens is you'll get warped to the end, the last 2 boats, basically making the mission even quicker than it was before. It is hard to get, but if you can get it on a run, then it's pretty damn good.
I pretty much sealed the deal here. Okay, good stuff. So, it's very hard to aim at the boats. This helicopter is rocking all over the place, so your aim needs to be A+ here. But as you see here, we are now 7 out of 9 boats, and we have 2 boats left if you look at the mini-map there. The chopper is going to get shot down here in a couple moments, and we are going to be jumped to the furthest back boat we destroyed. There's only 2 boats left, and we can't catch up to them in time. So we are going to be dropped all the way on the front group here, and we are going to basically instantly end the mission. If your aim was bad, or if the boats crash in some way, and you're stuck at like 7 out of, or not 7 out of 9, like 6 out of 9 or something, then you spawn at like the farthest back, and you need to waste all that time driving up and meet up with the front 2 boats, and that's monkey ass, bro. Why'd I say that? Okay, the General's coming up next. The second gang boss we do in the run. So we're going to do a strategy here to get meter as fast as possible, since this is a really quick boss fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a brute force ×2, take control of a boat, get another brute force, take control of the other boat, and then start the fight. So hopefully I can set that up. Yes, got it, okay. Also, this is the first level where we get the upgraded pistol, the Enforcer, and this weapon is buggy as all get out. I love it. So, it is a super pistol. It's a 6-round burst. I don't know what the gunsmiths were thinking when they made that thing up. And basically, you can start shooting at somebody, switch a target, and then have the remaining amount of bullets left in that burst apply to the next person. So it takes, without meter, it takes 3 shots to kill a typical, like, passenger on a car. So you can do something called a quick switch, where you sort of do 1, 2, 3 switch, 4, 5, and kill both of them, when normally if you were to miss the quick switch, you would have to reload, and it would cost a bunch of time. So because we already have meter off of all that brute force, I can get hit by every one of these missiles and die. No, I can do a lot more damage by just mashing the R button here and completely ruin my PSP while doing it. I gotta have the gamer hold here. Gotta go for the there we go, we got him. And that's General. Easy fight.
Also, there's something very satisfying about this game when you nail strats.
Oh, yes!
It's like, yes.
I would have quit this game a long time ago if nothing about it was satisfying. Like, you can struggle so much with a lot of basic stuff. You could, like, take control of a boat and it grinds a wall and you lose, like, 15 seconds and you're just like, ugh! You're about to make another draft hole in your house. But, like, when it all comes together, love it. Anyway, so that's 2 down, 3 to go.
Also, I do like how, even though, alright, the cutscenes are, what, 15 years old, I still think that they don't look too bad on
They
the PSP.
don't look good. I don't know what you're saying.
When they're blown up, they look worse, because obviously it's a case of a little image blown up to a big size, but
yeah.
No, the graphics don't look too bad, I think. Obviously, if you just to quickly note, if you're playing this on an emulator, like I do at times, and TG knows this.
Yeah, PSP emulation, by the way, is amazing. If you've never checked out any PSP emulators, whew.
Yeah, you better if you want, by all means, do it the normal way, which is this way. Or if you want to do it a bit of an easier way, do it emulation. I don't know. A lot of people are a bit hinged on whether to go emulator or console.
I prefer console. Like, this game feels so good on a PSP D-pad. Like, yeah. I hate playing this on, like, an Xbox controller. Hotline, another Pursuit Force runner, He plays on keyboard. What a madman. I couldn't imagine doing that. Can you imagine doing Gam Warp on a keyboard?
Nope.
No, not a fan.
Also, I believe in that run that we did ages ago, we spoke about Hotline at the exact same point as well. That's kind of scary because I remember we was talking about this, and yeah.
Okay, so this is well, I completely forget the name of this mission. What's the name of this mission? Snitch in Time. Thank you. Sorry, this is my first day playing this game. I'm sorry. So yeah, Snitch in Time used to be a really scary mission because we used to not know the fastest way of doing it, and the on-foot section can be brutal if you don't order it in the correct way, and it's very easy to die. However, we have a couple of strats to make sure we don't die here. So originally it was thought to be... I didn't get meter, that's not good. Originally it was thought to be faster to just destroy this smasher, keep your pursuit car until the very end. But number one, you won't have meter. I don't have meter now, but shush. You won't have meter. And number two, it's very hard to stay alive with the super pursuit car, since you have to destroy two Frankensteins, the sedans, and this vehicle without dying, and it's gonna be rather awful. So yeah, not having meter here is kind of bad. I'm not going to be doing as much damage as possible. If you have meter, you can kill people in 2 less nail gun shots, which really comes in handy. I definitely don't have meter now, which definitely comes in handy on the upcoming section. I might actually go for 1 more arrest than usual, because that should give me enough health and give me more ammo. We will see. So in these on-foot sections, if you're crouching, you take basically like half health. Sorry, half damage. Please target the man who's shooting at me. Okay, we're arresting him. Yeah, the targeting this game is sometimes not super great. I'm taking a lot of damage here. This is not going to plan.
Also, another thing, I know this is a bit like going back to what we were saying before, but if you play an emulator, you don't get the lag things as you would normally get.
Oh yeah, the emulator, there's like no lag.
It's like kind of the main... That's kind of it, really. There isn't too much else to mention if you play on an emulator. Obviously, load times will be quicker, but it depends.
Okay, so that was awful, but I didn't die, so I do not care. Alright, so this section is also, like, kind of really scary. This first part, you just need to shoot out a couple of vehicles. It's not too difficult, but the guys that jump to your car will have sawed-off shotguns and will delete your health bar to -0, and that's not very great. So you kind of want to bait them into jumping on your car as early as possible, because you can have 2 people jump to your car at once, and then it's almost game over unless you don't have meter and you time your health, because you just get deleted. It's not fun. So, yeah, you're going to see me trying to get various spots on this level to get people to jump onto my car so I can shoot them off 1 at a time instead of 2 at a time and risk dying and being really sad. Again, anti-sad. So I want this man to jump on me right now. Do it, do it. Oh, okay, good. So that was another man who, if I didn't take care of instantly, would have deleted my health bar. That's fine. Should have this guy join us in a second. Keep shooting at them. He's apparently going to make us his little Cinderella. Alright, here's another situation where I want people to jump on me. Awesome. Alright, we need... So if you're not careful there, you can have both people there jump on you, and then you're pretty much dead, because they both have sawed-off shotguns. And as we saw before, they dealt like 1/3 of our damage back on rapid reaction, and you don't want 2 of them on your car. You don't want 1 of them on your car. Alright, we're just gonna burn meter. We're at the end of the level. We can breathe again. We didn't die. We didn't lose like 3 minutes. So I'm happy with this.
Good job. We'll grill this snitch like a T-bone.
Okay, so I want everyone to get their giggles out right now, because we are up against Hardballs next. Yes, they decided to name one of their bosses Hardballs. Sure. 2005 was a different time, I guess. We're going to start out with a time trial section, and then we're going to get right into the fight. Not super lot to talk about, so... Yeah. Any donations or anything, Viper?
Just double check. Make sure. Nope. We haven't got
Okay.
any. But I think it might be worth mentioning about a couple of bidding wars, if you're okay with that.
Go ahead.
So we currently have a bidding war for Resident Evil 2 going on. I believe it's the costume choice. So we've got Elsa Walker, Military, Noir, the original 1998 outfit, and also I believe that's it actually, just them. So there's four options there. And currently, Elsa Walker is winning with $10.
1998. 1998. 1998.
So be sure to get your donations in if you'd like to see your favourite outfit win, whether it be 1998, Noir, if that's how you pronounce it, I do apologise, Military, or Elsa Walker. Like I said, Elsa Walker is currently winning, so if you want to get that, if you want to make sure that that doesn't win and you want to vote for something else, like I said, there is other options out there, then you can feel free to donate towards that bid war. We also have others for Final Fantasy X, which include naming the, again, probably going to butcher this, and I do apologise, the Bahamut and the Tidus as well. You also have those choices to name, and the Valafors as well. There is plenty of other ones to point out as well. We've got Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, the character selection, Pokemon. We have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Pikachu any percent, which is currently going on. And you also have the girl and the robot, the character outfit choice. And one last one, Ring Fit Adventure, the voice acting language. So you could either have that as English or Japanese. It's up to you guys. So vote for yours, get your votes in, and enjoy the rest of the run.
Alright, so we failed the fast strat for this boss. I wanted to jump onto this sports car I'm in right as the bus was taking off. However, I took too much damage taking care of the first set of guards, so I had to burn my meter and sort of play it safe. I still don't have meter now, so this isn't super great either, but nothing too bad. I'd probably have some choice words if this was an actual run attempt on my streams. Okay, there we go. So you really don't want hardballs to run ahead because, so like I said, this is the mission where a lot of people I know who played this game casually just quit because you have basically no time to beat hardballs. You have to beat him in 4 cycles or less. We're beating him in 3 in the speed run, and we're still beating him early, but you only have 3 more kilometers to go from here in order to beat him. So it's really infuriating, especially if you miss out on the opportunities to deal as much damage as possible when he's on top of the bus. It's very easy to hit a car or not go around a corner well and miss out on some damage and lose targeting. It's a mess. But there we go. We are now out of what I call the Valley of Death. And we're not totally unscathed. This hardballs wasn't super great. The on foot in Snitch in Time wasn't super great. Great Damn Warp, okay general, so our Dawn could have been better, but who cares? We're here to have fun and raise money for an awesome cause. Mission, it is gold, I want hard balls.
You should probably point out actually, just as this is kind of a funny, it's a funny gimmick that's currently ongoing with TG's channel, which is the split names.
Yeah, Viper's really fond of my split names. I call this split Whiplash Jr. I call my hardball split Castration Time. Yeah, you can get really creative with some of the names here. Alright, so we're on this truck. The Vixens want this truck. They want what we have. But this truck is actually not full of anything, and it's just a way to bait out the mid-boss of the Vixens, Whiplash. So before we actually get to the Whiplash fight itself, we have to wall grind a lot. So as I said before, holding down a direction for too long lowers your speed. You want to sort of tap turn, and that applies tenfold to large vehicles like the truck or the bus we were driving. Since even steering for a tiny bit, maybe even 5 frames, really slows you down. So we are just sort of grinding on all these walls, really messing up the paint job here. And the best part is, it has the better effect. Normally when you're doing this level casually, the Vixens are trying to jump on your vehicle, and you gotta shake them off. But if you happen to stick to the side of the road here, they just don't jump on you for some reason. I don't know, I just go along with it. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's really not good. I'm not dead yet. Oh, Please, meter. Okay, that was really scary. So I wanted to burn meter before there, but I accidentally hit a piece of traffic I didn't see. That could have gone very badly. When you run out of health, you have a sort of buffer period to either burn meter for health or jump to another vehicle before you blow up. So that was kind of monk-ass. Alright, so now the Whiplash Fight has started itself now. So this first phase of the fight, I'm actually kind of worried about my health here. This first phase of the fight, you can't damage the Fox more than a quarter of her health. So it's all about putting the pedal to the metal here and dealing that much damage before you make up with the main road again and start the chopper section, or where she jumps into a helicopter. You have to shoot at her there. So again, she's just gonna match your speed, move at the same speed as you, so you don't want to waste any time. Tap turn around these corners, wall walk, do whatever you got to do. Just never release the gas pedal. You will always deal enough damage in order to, you know, take care of the Fox before you need to, you know, fight her in the upcoming chopper gun section. If I mess up, I might crash the game here in a moment. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, I'm gonna jump now. I'm scared. So you want to cut this jump as close to the start of this cutscene as possible, because it cuts off the slow motion. But if you jump at the same time the cutscene starts, the game crashes. So don't cut it too close. That was a fun world record pace lost. Alright, I'm gonna go kind of slow here. I missed the car. That's unfortunate. Alright, so I am going to actually bump into this civilian, lose meter, jump to this car so I can avoid that slow motion jump, because right now we are waiting for Fox here to turn around so we can shoot at her again, and going into slow-mo is only going to delay that turnaround, so we want to get there as soon as possible. And there we go.
See what happens?
Ding.
Listen to me, kid. Nice work. I may keep you after all.
Okay.
Ding gets top scorer again.
Well, no, we're in fourth. Well, we're on the board. Ding could really up his numbers a little bit. Alright, Babes, Boats, and Bullets. This is really cool. I developed a new strategy 3 days ago for this mission, and I love it. So I'll point it out when we get there. Oh, jeez. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so we got 3 trucks to jump on into, and then we need to go boat side. So we're gonna mash on the brakes now. Okay, do something similar to Speed Bus there. Get the quick switch. God Gamer alert. Okay, so now we're gonna race along here to the other truck. We don't want to turn. Tap, just tippy tap. You know, just like Bob Ross would. Alright, perfect. Take control of this truck. And not die. So the old strat used to involve jumping to this motorcycle behind you, but we found that it's actually just as fast. Just continue on to the next one without jumping to the next truck. Although I would like to have dealt with this motorcycle beforehand. Okay, we are on fire. I need to jump to this truck. I need to jump to the truck. Okay, I don't care anymore. Okay, we're on the truck. I'm actually surprised. I thought I was going to jump to the roadster beside it. This is awesome. Alright, so now the boat is just right over here, and we're jumping on it way earlier than the old strategy used to. So there we go. Do the justice cancel so we don't careen into a wall. This is another level where the frame rate really hates us. I'll just wait for it to go into a crawl like now. Oh no. Oh no, we're at like 20. We're at like 15. Okay, there we go. So I said it before that the Enforcer is really buggy. My favorite glitch that actually makes the speedrun work is if you have less than full ammo, you can actually like reload the gun, but shoot while you're reloading, and then get a 6-round burst instead of a 5-round one. So I didn't get that. I wanted to shoot so that I didn't have a full magazine there, because I also wanted to show off another really funny glitch. Whenever you do a Justice Leap with the Enforcer, but you have 0 bullets, you fire fully automatically like a minigun, and it's awesome. Unfortunately, I was not set up to show that off there, but we'll hopefully have a moment to show that off later. And there we go.
Also, neither myself nor chat couldn't help but notice. Did you just jump through a bridge?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All in a day's work. Huh?
I think it's the official stance of Pursuit Force that bridges don't exist and they're a hoax.
Yeah. I say vehicles, bridges, doesn't really matter. Whatever it is, you're going through it. It doesn't even matter what's in front.
Alright, we've entered the Killer 66 RTA portion of the speed run, where we're going to be doing 5 of the 6 Killer 66 missions in a row, because they are the last gang in the game. So, the first one starts off with a rather boring mission. We got this chopper gunner section, and this chopper gunner section is quite easy, because for some reason, the missile hitboxes that the enemies fire are the size of, like, Georgia. Or, like, I don't know, man. They're huge, and you can pretty much never lose any health on this mission. I'm sure you can come up with a better regional, comparison in your head than Georgia.
I mean, the entirety of the United States would probably be a big enough example.
I don't think it's that big. Like, I think Georgia's good.
Bigger than... I don't know.
Maybe, like, France. Size of France. So this chopper gunner section is like zero stress, because even if we destroy these 2 cars here, we still gotta tail this car all the way to the compound. So, we've got a little bit of time here. I want everybody to sort of like do like a stretch break. We have time here. We've been running this for like an hour 23, however many minutes we've been doing. So like if you need water, go get water. Stay hydrated. It's really hot. It's like 40-degree weather outside. Oh, I don't want to open up that curtain. Hey, have you no exercises? Join in. We're gonna just look at the ground and not do anything because we're still waiting for this car to go around. Oh, that was a loud crack. Did the microphone pick that up? If you have time for donations, maybe you want to read them because we've got some time.
Nope, haven't got any.
Okay, well, I'm really enjoying this stretch where I don't have to play the game right now. It's just laying on my table. Okay, so we've reached the compound, but my break's not long enough. I need a little bit more time. I don't really want to play right now. I refuse.
The fact that there's a point in this room where you can actually do this. And
I go to the bathroom during world record speed runs on this mission. Like, you don't need to, I could just go. Like...
It's funny because I mentioned before, it was like, let's see.
Okay, I'm not actually going because we're actually almost done here, but... Yeah, you get the idea. Alright, we have to do one more revolution of this compound and then we're good to go. So hopefully everybody got their water, they're hydrated, they got stretches, they got the cricks out of their shoulder blades. They got their neck all sorted out. Feels good. Oh yeah.
The fact that there's actually, like I said, the fact that there's room.
Excuse me, pardon me, going through. I got a marathon to run. Everybody. Oh, no, gotta go. Nope. I don't have time. I gotta go. I have a date. Okay, and we're done that. Okay, so the last part of this mission is that we just need to escort the mayor's daughter that we just rescued from that compound. It's another hold X mission.
How pointless that middle section actually is in this run, anyway. 100% sure.
Yeah, you have to actually like eliminate almost everybody in that courtyard to get an A rank for 100%. I love this game. This mission is kind of boring though. We're going over a thing that doesn't exist.
At least you're in one of the fastest cars in the game.
Okay, so you say that. So this, it's called the Psycho in game. It's the like Killer 66 sports car. It's really fast. It's really maneuverable, and it has great acceleration and high-end speed. But they gave it motorcycle physics. I don't understand. If you run into a wall or like hit a car, you will careen left and right like you're driving on like Vaseline. I don't know what they did. We'll get to motorcycle physics more in the time trial section at the beginning of the next level, the big game, but hopefully it won't come up. Hopefully it'll be a god gamer and not hit anything. You know me, never making any mistakes or losing 40 seconds on the Don Capelli boss fight.
Also, I can't help but notice that the donation total is at $1,490. So for an extra 10, we can get it to $1,500, guys. You know what to do.
Do it. I'm sure there's a lot of awesome incentives you can donate to help take that over.
got plenty.
Oh,
got
yeah.
plenty.
You want to read out some? Well, we got time.
Yeah.
We got 2.5 kilometers here.
I don't see why not. Okay, so we have several different games that you can donate money towards if you'd like to as a donation incentive. So we've got Resident Evil 2, the costume that the runner will be wearing. So not as in the real life, the character, of course.
Yeah.
It'll be either the Elsa Walker, the military, the noir, or the original 1998 outfit. Currently, Elsa Walker is winning with $10 out front. We also have a Final Fantasy X any percent where you can name the Bahamut, the Tidus, sorry, every time I say it, I pronounce it wrong. The Tidus and the Velafor. We have the voice acting language for the Ring Fit Adventure Beat World 2 run, which is also coming up. And we have... Oh, sorry, there's actually a few extra more. We've got the Girl and the Robot, the any percent. You can pick the character's outfit choice. Currently, they're both sat at 0. So you can vote for whichever one of those you'd like to see win. And we've also got a game choice as well. So it's either Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu for the Pokemon run that is also coming up. And lastly, we have a character selection incentive for the Sega Sonic the Hedgehog any percent. Currently, Mighty the Armadillo is winning with $20.
Can't believe
Sonic the Hedgehog only has 5, and Ray the Flying Squirrel has none.
No!
So feel free.
My Sonic Rollerblast 2 cart main.
I was going to say, feel free to vote for whichever of those incentives you choose, and yeah. About it.
Alright, so we're in hell right now. Sorry to interrupt, but this is a time trial section where you have to use motorcycle physics, and not only does every single wall collision mean life or death, and you have to be really, really finesse the D-pad to not die every time you do a wall bonk or grind off of something, but if I make a mistake and I collide into traffic here, I will do maybe a 720. I might Tony Hawk 900 it off of a wall. We'll see. Hopefully not if I'm good. Okay, well, funnystreamernoise.wav, there you go. But yeah, the bike physics are the worst. Like, you can, and like, sometimes the hitboxes are wonky, and like, other excuses for me to say I'm bad, and like, hate to see it. Like, this just feels bad to play. I feel like I need to wear gloves. Thankfully, like I said before, the traffic is not RNG. The way they're spaced out will always be the same no matter how many times you play this, so you can practice this and learn how to avoid the traffic and stuff. Now, I did tease in the later part of this level an out-of-bounds clip. First of all... okay, that counted. So, I have to set that up and not be bad, so you might not see it, but I'll keep that in mind. Alright, so a basic on-foot section. I've never seen that man run over to those crates, but that's fine. We can pick him up after doing this. I can't help but notice that I'm dying, so let's pick up some meter here. No, I want the fatality times 3. Oh, that's not happening. Okay, so either way, we went out of that on-foot section with the Deagle alike, the Punisher in this game, and this absolutely dominates people. Like, oh my goodness, if you thought the ceramic from the Vixen's missions did anything, blah, 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 just delete. Blah, 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 blah. Now, in a world record run, I'd have meter by this point, and then we could truly erase not only themselves, but their identity and their memory from all their loved ones, so we'll just have to settle on just regularly killing them for now. Oh my goodness, this truck physics isn't super great either. Okay, can we jump onto the truck before the corner? No, we can't. We're sad. Okay. So now we have meter, everything 2 shots. Good stuff. We're gonna ditch the trucks because I hate them and jump into this car. We are on pace for the out of bounds glitch, so look forward to that. What is this truck? Okay, we're fine. Okay, so we have one more truck to go until we're free of this first part here. Or I guess third part, but you know what I mean. So it's very important you do not... Oh, this isn't me going slow, by the way. That's just lag popping up. Please jump on the truck. Okay, I think I'm good. We are set up and ready to go for the out of bounds clip. Okay, that car up there is in like the perfect position. Okay, please don't ram him. Okay, so here's how it works. And we're out of bounds. Okay, so how that works is that civilian cars run along a set path, as you can kind of guess. And when they reach the end of that path, they sort of despawn and come back to the start of the road section. So they don't despawn, they sort of like warp back to the start. If we jump on a car, and provided it warps back to the start point while it's still in bounds, we can warp to basically that start point and, yeah, just hitch a free ride out of bounds here. Now, we can't just drive straight to the end of the level, unfortunately. We do need to stay close to the road here and load the rest of the level, but now that we've done that, we can just drive straight to the end here. Now, this kills me, because this wastes 5 seconds over driving there normally, and... Can you imagine if this game had cool glitches like this? I want cool glitches like this to be in Pursuit Force. And so if you're a glitch hunter out there with some extra time on your hands and you want a challenge, please make this game awesome, because I want glitches in my speedruns.
One of the many glitches that works. Speaking of glitches, we don't have a glitch anymore. That donation counter finally ticked over.
Yes!
$1,500.
Excellent.
And that was thanks to Jippy215 for the $10. So thank you very much, Jippy. And roll on our next donation incentive. I say donation incentive. Our next donation total, which I'm pretty sure. Let's aim for $2,000. Why not?
Ooh,
$2,000.
We got a lot. We got a lot of.
I know.
We still got another day to go of this, right?
We have indeed.
The marathon is still young. Alright, not too much to talk about here. We just want to shoot at the bad guys. Yeah.
That's it, easy enough. I say but yeah, easy enough. It's really straightforward. Like I said, half the missions that are in this game are pretty much a case of, if it says destroy a car, it's usually destroy one, but if it says protect, obviously you need to protect it. As simple as that, really. A lot of the game is fairly straightforward in its structure. It's just a case of not dying, keeping an eye on your meter, things like that. Again, TG's mentioned all this stuff during the run, but that's just to kind of explain it a little bit for all those. Also, we've had a raid from Argix chat, so thank you very much for that, Argix. And yeah, that's just to kind of bring everyone up to scratch a little bit as well. Right.
I'm so happy I got to show that off at the marathon. I was so worried I was going to like muff it or scuff it or ruin it or do bad. So I'm really happy. Like if I'm happy about one thing, I was able to do that out of bounds glitch and not waste too much time.
Also, speaking of the donation from before, I didn't actually mention this, but it's gone towards the game choice of Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee.
It better be Eevee. It better be Eevee.
Yes.
Yes! Eevee. Correct choice made. Gotta love it. Alright, so we have another tailing mission here. Unfortunately, it's not going to be nearly as hilarious as Deadeye was like an hour and a half ago. Because your timer for getting too close is like 5 seconds, and that's not even enough time to catch up to these cars, which are going pretty fast, to get any meter, which is kind of annoying. So we have this tailing section, then we have an on-foot section where I hopefully won't die. That's another really scary section. And then we have the Sudeko fight itself, which is pretty boring, but looks awesome, which is, if that makes any sense. Not a whole lot going on, you're just mashing R and dodging grenades, but it looks kind of cool. I don't know. It was kind of cool. I might be a little biased. I don't know. What? What did I hit? Am I gonna fail the mission? Okay, so this is the third mission in the Killer 66. It's called Synthetic Science, and we open up with this tailing section, and then after that we get to an on-foot shooting section where we have to shoot at everybody. It's kind of scary. You might die, and then we have to fight Sudeko itself, which is a kind of a cool fight, even though it might be a bit boring on a gameplay situation. Viper, have you ever hit that?
I haven't hit that one per se. I've know of invisible hit.
It looked like a smooth wall.
Hit detection.
Like, I don't know what that nonsense was. I've never done that before in my life. I mean, like...
I always try and stay away from that wall, me personally, but then again...
I didn't know I needed to stay away from it.
You found out the hard way that there's something there now.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have to have the... You have to have, like, the, oh, it's never happened to me in a speed run before marathon moment, so there you go. I got mine out of the way. I just lost us like a minute and a half. That might have blew sub 2. This run is already going kind of shaky as it is.
Still underestimate though. Don't forget your estimate's 210.
Yeah, I really did plan for the worst, didn't I?
I mean, you got it on you. It's these things. That's what it's like. That's why my driver 2 thing was 35 minutes. That's why we have estimates.
Yeah, and it turned out to have a really good run there.
Also, someone's asking, how are you capturing PSP footage?
So this is being captured through a rather janky way. I'm using a program called Remote Joy Lite. You can get AV cables, but they're kind of hard to get a hold of, at least in my experience here. At least for a good price. I see them online for like $15, but they're always like sold out. Anyway, so this is using a modded PSP in order to play this game. I'm using the digital download version of this game, and it's being captured through USB here. Alright, so we're just going to run and gun our way through this section. I'm going to kill the enemies in a specific order so that I don't die and be sad. We need to arrest somebody for their SMG at some point. This is already going kind of sideways bananas. I wanted to arrest that man, actually, but oh well. We're kind of off script right now. As long as I don't die, I'll be happy. Although that might not happen. Oh, God. Don't have a lot of health. Okay, we live. We alive. That's all I care about. Alright, now onto the Sudeku fight itself, which is just as easy as just maintaining his speed, watching out for these grenades. And like I said before, if you do the same movements every time, you can account for these grenades bouncing around all over the place and sort of be in the right place where you need to. Again, you don't want to go too fast because you will pass Sudeku and you won't be able to continue dealing damage to him. So we sort of want to keep the same pace as him. We also don't want to be directly behind him because he is spraying, you know, drugs. That classic video game, oh, it's drugs, it's bad kind of stuff. It will reverse your controls and is kind of annoying. Thankfully, it doesn't actually deal, like, any damage. I'm not doing the best job. I did get hit quite a little bit, but if I were to be set on fire now, I'm not too worried about it because Sudeku is pretty low on health here. And there we go. That was an okay fight. That was an okay fight. It's all about how good your mashing is. There we go. Ding, barely on the scoreboard there. Ding, coming in at number 5.
I actually have a quick question. In your opinion, what's the hardest gang to take down?
Casually or for the speed run?
Both.
Because casually, it's Killer 66, hands down. They have the hardest missions in the game, especially if you're still, like, playing the game for the first time and still coming to grips with a lot of the mechanics still at this part. It really throws a wrench in your plans. Big game is very hard to not die on. Sudeku, the on-foot section, can be kind of difficult. Vixens is a close second. They have really difficult missions. The hardest game to speedrun is Vixens, hands down. They have, like, the most difficult strategies. You have, like, Girl's Best Friend Jail, which we'll get into near the end of the run. The Whiplash 2 cycle is kind of difficult, but with practice you should be fine at it. The Babes, Boats, and Bullets, I made it look easy earlier when I jumped through the bridge and defied space, time, physics, logic, and all that nonsense, but I made that look very easy. That mission can be very difficult. So, yeah. Coincidentally, my answer is the last 2 gangs in the game. In
that case, let's talk the easiest stuff.
Warlords.
What's the easiest mission?
The easiest mission in the game?
Yeah.
Like Toxic Convoy, Rat Race, anything you do at the very beginning.
And then easiest gang?
Easiest gang is Warlords. And funny enough, Warlords is also like the second best gang to RTA as well, because as I explained before, but if you are interested in trying this game out for yourself and you want to speedrun it, I highly encourage you to try out the Warlords RTA. That's the category where you complete all 6 of the Warlord gang's missions in any order you wish. And because you can just start out running the game by just playing the game casually, and as you get more accustomed to the game and you start having more fun with it, you can then slowly add in more and more strategies. You can add in Dam Warp, you can add in Fast Davies, you can add in Speed Bus, all that stuff, and slowly learn the game from there. And it's a great category to get into. Also, the General is the easiest final boss, too, so it's not really that stressful. Even if you do miss that bump strategy you saw me do, you have so much time to beat them that you won't, like, cry over not getting it, so... And to that end, if you are interested in wanting to get into running this game, if you like have a PSP or you want to try it on an emulator, we somehow have enough people running both this and the sequel, Extreme Justice, to warrant a Discord. You can find a link to that via the speedrun.com page. Just look up Pursuit Force or Extreme Justice and you'll find a link on the page there. Love to have you. Alright,
Indeed we do.
Yeah, so we got, after that on-foot section where we arrested somebody for the Punisher, got rid of meters so we didn't die, we now have this very long stretch of road that we have to drive this pursuit car out. Now we're trying to rescue this pursuit car. The plot is that they stole this car and we need to take it back to base, so we cannot jump from car to car, so it's just hold down X simulator. We do need to be careful though, because people can jump to our cars, and it's a lot more scary now than it ever was on, again, I'm blanking out on the mission. Oh my goodness, reload! Oh my goodness! See, okay, so if you're caught out of position and you don't switch your targets in time and don't reload, look how much damage that one man with an SMG did. Like, oh my goodness, I just got powder springs in the head for like 3/4 of my health. But yeah.
Whilst you're fending off the Killer 66, may I just mention about a donation that's come through?
Oh yeah, you got 5 kilometers, you got a lot of time to fill.
Okay, cool. It's only just the one, but it's from Etsaru, who donates $25 and says, for charity and for the lols.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Etsaru.
Very awesome. Get off my car, dude. I just painted this thing. So yeah, since we're just holding down the X button... Oh, that was weird. Since we're just holding down the X button and going as fast as we can, we're not actually trying to actively kill anybody, so this game is kind of starting to lag a little bit. But we have a little bit of an auto show behind us here. There's a straightaway coming up in a couple of turns here. Maybe I can show that off. There we go. We got quite a bit of a posse behind us. It's kind of growing a bit out of control.
Pretty much the entire Killer 66 showroom is following you. All the vehicles that they own, get him! Also, with that $25 donation by Etsaru, that actually pushes Let's Go Pikachu back ahead.
No! We can't let that happen. Where are my Eevee supporters at?
I say $10, it's by 15 actually. That's now at $25 and Eevee is at 10. So if you'd like to get Eevee to win again, you need to donate $15 or more.
Which, if you don't, you're crazy, but I'll quit editorializing on that. And there we go. That's Pursuit Plunder.
Great job recovering the pursuit car.
Alright.
Pretend not to notice the scratches you put on it.
The worst mission in the game is coming up next. The worst one. Hands down. Like, worse than Dawn. Worse than Dam Warp. Worse than, I don't know... Missed out on me building up Risky Business as one of the worst things in the game here. I don't know if I'm still alive or not. Hello? Are we live? Are we live? Is this me? Okay, hey! Welcome back! Don't know what happened. My OBS completely froze and didn't want to do anything, so that's awesome to have happen when you got lots of people watching you. So yeah, this is Risky Business. It is the worst level in the game. It's the worst chopper gunner section by far because you need to basically shoot at pixels on your screen, and it's so easy to just die out of nowhere too. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully I can aim at this man.
How is Risky Business going?
Not great. Well, it's not bad actually. So I'm going to try and damage all three of these two cars and this one boat, because I'm about to burn meter to get my health back, but then I instantly want meter back for this upcoming section here.
Also, I never noticed that the cars change colour when they go in shadows and then come back out of them again.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Oh, that is some weird technical glitch.
I think it's a glitch. No, I need that boat dead. I need that boat dead. Oh, whatever. Okay. So now we have to shoot at motorcycles. Okay, we got one.
Which is a really small
So
hitbox.
tiny. This level is a pixel hunt nightmare. Ugh. And there's a thing called magnet bug that can happen. So, like, imagine each one of these groups is sort of being followed along by, like, a magnet, telling them how far to group apart from one another, since you are sort of doing this in waves. As you can see now, they're sort of slowing down to a crawl for no reason. This is because they're falling back to, like, the last magnet in sort of the thing. So, yeah. That just adds time there. If I had set that up perfectly, I would have destroyed both the bikes and the car around that close hump we went to. But this is, we'll sort of have to give and take this. This mission sucks. You have to practice it so much. Can I destroy the bike at least? Blow up the bike. Do it. Blow up the bike. I didn't even blow up the bike. Yeah, we gotta make sure those drugs don't make it to the city. Yeah, there's that technical glitch.
I was gonna say that the one time in any game, and it's to do with drugs.
Anyways, not a whole lot to talk about here. We're just going to be shooting at the weak cars and jumping onto the sports cars that have more health, and sort of keeping our meter up.
Yeah, so to mention, as TG is doing this mission, so the black and red sports cars that have got 4 doors, or the 4-door saloons, they're weak as anything, so we can actually just kill them with the, what is it, the Enforcer?
Yeah, that's the base
Pistol
system.
thing.
We're gonna pick up a Punisher here.
Yeah, basically by taking those cars down, it makes this mission a lot easier. Because you also get Eliminator as well for doing that.
That ragdoll was amazing.
Also, someone said, what was the plot? Was it all about drugs? I was expecting way worse given all the murderization.
Oh yeah, they're bad people selling drugs to kids, and they better all die, I guess. That's our current plot. Take it or leave it.
To kind of just explain the plot of this game, there's 5 gangs in Capital State, which is the big city that the game is based in, and it's your job to take them all down as this new police force known as Pursuit Force, which comes with fast sports cars, high entertaining action, and most of all a guy that can somehow jump 25 feet without even questioning
and a complete
physics.
disregard for police process.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so that's 5 of the 6 missions done for the Killer 66. We're almost done. 3 missions to go, and we're out of here. We've got Girl's Best Friend, and then we got the 2 bosses back to back. So Girl's Best Friend, we start out with motorcycle physics, so great start. Love this already. And we have to do some pretty precise wall bonks too to catch up to a motorcycle before it rounds a corner. I hate this with every fiber of my being. Okay. Jump, maybe? Oh my goodness, that's good. Okay, so world record goes down the alleyway to the right, but we're going to play it safe because, I guess playing it safe... Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I hate this level. I call this Girl's Best Jail because it's so easy to do badly, but, like, The time difference between a really good girl's best friend and a bad one is like minutes. Like, it's so stupid. So I'm like, so because of that crash, I'm way behind where I need to be right now. And I'm very sad about that. Which, if we learned anything from TG from this run. No sad allowed. Alright. So this also sucks because now I can't show off slow corner because we are going to be well past that by the time we get there. Please don't. I died. Okay, so we're going to see it anyways. I had to go off script there because of how far behind I was, so I wasn't doing my regular strat there. This level sucks. So yeah, all the enemies on this level are also doing massive damage to you, and I'm trying to avoid dodging as much as possible because that's for slow people. Oh, I'm already going slow, and I missed that. Oh, this level sucks. Alright, we're gonna go down here. Okay, well, we left the motorcycle behind. We'll worry about that later. Okay, I want to catch up to this SUV up here. I should have enough ammo to tank all this, barely. I want to shoot at this vehicle here. Justice cancel. I would like to know where that bike went, because we need to deal with that later, but I think we'll be fine. So, slow corner is a corner coming up where, for some reason, if you've caught up with the final group of cars before it happens, they all go really slow around it, and you can basically jump on all of them for free. So we're hoping to capture them before that happens. I thought I was going to jump on the civilian car and I was going to make a really shrill scream. Okay, we're good.
So where's that bike gone? She disappeared.
Yeah, we'll worry about it later.
Yeah, probably better.
Alright, so this is slow corner. There we go. So we got to it barely in time and they're all just going around it really slow for some reason. Gonna justice cancel here. And now we can just, like, brake and take out these cars at our own leisurely pace. Also allowing that bike to catch up with us from earlier. So normally this is where the mission would end, but we have a little bit of business to take care of. I don't want to slow down too much. Or maybe I do. Where are they? Hello? Okay, there she is. Okay, perfect. Apparently I could... Okay, I've never actually had justice to shoot on a bike. That was actually kind of awesome looking. Okay, there you go. That could have been bad. That could have been a lot worse, but... hitting that car and then dying and then having to retry it and then still messing up. But I got slow corner, so I was able to show that off. Alright, hopefully that's the last time I screw up this run. Please. We are definitely not on sub 2 pace anymore, which makes me... immeasurably sad, but that's fine. So this is the second last boss of the run here, Whiplash. So it's exactly like the Fox fight we had earlier. So there's a first phase where you can only damage her a certain amount. In this case, it's slightly under half. So it's just pedal to the metal. We want to race to the part where the second phase of the fight starts as soon as possible. So we're not really going to care about anything other than holding down the gas. You'll probably always do enough damage. So how this fight works is that Whiplash is going to jump from car to car when she's able to, but if she's stuck on a flaming car like she is now, she's taking a lot of damage, and I killed her in a specific part where she missed her ride at the beginning here, so she is taking a stupid amount of damage. We've already done over half the amount of damage required for this fight already. Alright, I'm going to do a safety strat here and jump to this car. Don't throw me off. She threw me off. Okay. So this car is slightly faster, and I get a premium weapon, so that feels pretty good. And you do need to take out a set amount of cars before Whiplash will jump to the next phase of the fight, regardless of how much HP she has left. So you got to be driving at full speed here. Again, it doesn't super matter because she will rubber band to your thing. However, I am going to go a bit slow here, because I do need to kill the car she's on right now. Because we're getting towards the end here. The fight. I would like someone to jump onto. Okay, there's a Vixen. Let me jump onto you! Ah! Okay, you did it. Okay, so the Whiplash fight has started. We're gonna try and two-cycle this nonsense. So we can two-cycle by getting as much health as possible here. This isn't good. There's a lot of people shooting at me. We have meter. Just open fire. Don't care about anything else. Just mash. Don't lose meter. Okay, we don't have any more health anymore. She's turning around. Oh my goodness, it almost didn't let me jump. This is really stressful for me right now. And I missed out on the fatality times too, so I won't have meter. I can still maybe two-cycle if my mashing's good, but I doubt it. No, hitting that car made me lose targeting. Okay, we're not two-cycling. That's sad. We're gonna miss it by, like, pixels. Ah, dang. Okay. So I didn't get the two-cycle. That's unfortunate. The strat is very hard, though, so whatever. And there we go. There's Whiplash in 3 cycles. That's another boss where you don't have pretty much any time to beat her. You pretty much have to beat her in, like, 4.5 cycles or less because you run out of time very quickly, and it's not great. Resetting might not actually be that bad of an idea, not gonna lie. But, one boss left. Monster Toshima, the final boss. We're almost done this. We are on, like, 204, 203 pace.
Still underestimate. Just remember, that's the big one.
Yeah, I guess. Although we did start late. I was hoping to sub 2 for this marathon, man. I worked my ass off to try and like grind this game and practice for this, but that's fine. One boss left. Okay, so it's going to start off with a chopper gunner section here. And there's really important that I don't miss here because we have to protect 2 gold transports from people jumping on them. And if I destroy cars before they nuzzle up to the transports and become buddy-buddy with them, we could save a lot of time. But my aim needs to be, like, perfect. So we'll see if I'm not bad. The way these last couple missions have been going, I don't have much confidence, but I'll try my hardest, which is all I can do. Alright, so I need to destroy this car before it goes behind. It's already not good. That was very bad. So yeah, because they're jumping from the vehicles to the truck. There we go. So I measure how good these truck sequences are based on how many people jump to the transport. So that was 2. We have to do, the best possible is 3, I've found, at least humanly. So we are on target for 4 if I'm not bad here. Ooh, I got the line up. I got him! Can we get the bike? Oh, we didn't get the bike. Okay, I'm worried. Oh, wow! Okay, I was able to blow him up right before the guy jumped to him. I can't believe I did that in time. That was an insanely good truck, too. Okay, we've salvaged this, salvaged the end of this a little bit. I don't have meter. That's not good. I guess I'll just have to ram into the back of this man. Okay, we're good. Alright, so for the Toshima fight, he has a flamethrower, and he's going to try to make a toasty bun out of you. If we stay at, like, the perfect distance away, we can avoid being flamethrowered while still being able to shoot him from, like, the farthest possible distance away. So I need to slow down a little bit. Also, this first part's really laggy for some reason. If you see that fireball spawn and then instantly disappear, that means you did it perfectly. So, we have 4 phases to this fight. Each phase, Toshima throws out more ads. I would like to catch up to this man so I can jump to him. I'm on fire. I will have to burn meter because I don't want to die. That really sucks.
Also, just to mention, whilst you're doing the Toshima fight, if you stay a far distance enough away, he can't actually burn you. Yeah, he can. He can't use his flamethrower, but you can still kill him. So it's a pretty useful thing to have. I think it's been known pretty much since day 1 almost. Since TG found that, I think. But yeah, it's quite an. The last mission, it does seem to, like, this fight does seem to take a lot longer than the other ones do, but it's not as hard as it looks. It feels like it when you first play it through, but when you when you get used to it, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, if you're able to keep up with him and always be able to shoot at him while he's close enough to target, you shouldn't have any problems. But if you have like problems getting set on fire and you need to like ditch cars, you waste a ton of time, and you will probably time out on this mission.
Also, time's going to be when he gets his final shot.
Yes,
just
when the HUD
whoever's
disappears.
on time is ready.
Yeah, so when the HUD disappears and Toshima falls over. Alright, we got meter back, thankfully, but this has been a disaster.
A true warrior never surrenders. Finish him.
Okay, so that cycle usually goes pretty quickly. So we want to destroy the non-sports car here, because they don't have as much health as the sports car. Okay, we got him. Allow me to jump to you! It's gonna happen again. I hate this. Damn it. Well, I'd rather be safe than restarting the whole fight, so... Alright, and for this last portion, you can just, I'm actually kind of worried. And I lost target again. You're supposed to be able to kill Toshima normally before you even enter this tunnel. Like, that's how... We're not doing this great.
Just marathon luck.
Yeah, I guess. It's, this run kind of fell apart on us at the end here. Time! Oh, that could have been better. Not gonna lie. But, there you go. Pursuit Force for the PSP in a little over 2 hours. World record for this is a 1:57 around the middle of it. So yeah, even though I got frustrated at the end there, but that's fine. Game's hard. I'm bad. But if you like what you saw, I am streaming this game a bit more until my capture device comes in, and then I can sort of ditch this for games I wanted to speedrun this whole time while my capture device was broken. But yeah, you can find me over at twitch.tv/HeyImTG. I'm pretty sure it's like the bottom there. Yeah, if you like what you see, if you're already a fan of this game and sort of have a nostalgia for it, if you owned it as a kid and you want to give the speedrun a shot, please find our Discord at the speedrun.com page for Pursuit Force. Just go on speedrun.com and look up Pursuit Force. You'll find a link, and ask around, get started. That'd be pretty great. I want to thank Viper here for helping me co-com, sort of reading the donations and all that stuff. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And I want to say thank you to UKSG for allowing me to run this game for this marathon. This is the first time this game, like the full any percent run of this game, has been run at a marathon, especially in front of so many people. So hopefully you, all you watching at home, liked I was able to make this entertaining for you, and maybe I inspired you to run this game. That's going to be it for me. I'm going to throw it off to whoever's next. Please keep donating. This is an awesome cause. And yeah, thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you very much for that run.
No problem.
Okay, so